Hello students, today's topic for discussion is sounds in English language. This is for B.Ed second year students of English methodology. Look at this slide. This is the most common image or a picture that we get on internet whenever we search for sounds of English. This picture is of the organs of speech. Okay. So, in this picture what do you see? Some of the nomenclatures are given here. Okay. So, here is the lips. Let us now look at the common or the known organs of speech. These lips how they are useful in generation of the speech. Some letters, some sounds like pha, ba, f, v, etc. are used in generating, lips are used in producing these sounds. Okay. So, there are other common organs that we know in our human brain or mouth or our face. Okay. So, now come to the teeth. Teeth are also very important organs useful in producing the speech. Okay. Now, let us see the here what do you see? In this you see the alveolar ridge. Where alveolar ridge is located? Alveolar ridge is located between the upper top teeth and hard palate. Okay, here you see the hard palate. So, hard palate and between this upper teeth the alveolar ridge is located. Alveolar ridge is useful in normalizing the air that comes from lungs. Okay. So, the top one that is in pink color is nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is located in a brain of human being while producing the sounds like ing, like m, n, ing are useful. Okay. So, the other things like you just come down here, what do you see here? Here are the vocal cords. See, vocal cords are very important in generating the sounds. Okay. So, some of the organs that are shown here are also useful in chewing the food, cutting the food, etc. But at the same time, whenever a human being uses, communicates, such all these organs are made use to generate, to produce the meaningful sounds. Okay. So, here is the vocal cord and glottis. Vocal cord, there are certain letters. Now, let me supply some more information to you all. There are nearly 44 sounds. Okay. Then how many letters we have? We have 26 letters, and out of 26 letters, with the help of 26 letters, what do? We generate 44 sounds. In all these sounds, all these organs are made, put to use. For example, like H. H, how do we say H? H is one such voiced sound. It is produced with the help of glottis. Where is glottis? Glottis is just near the larynx. Okay. So, the hard palate, the soft palate, all these teeth, lips, nasal cavity and the internal parts of the head are put to use while generating the different sounds of English language. Okay. So, just now I made a mention about the 26 letters. English language has a 26 letters alphabet. Okay. This 26 letter alphabet is divided into two, vowels and consonants. Okay. We all know that vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Consonants are like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z. So, come to this slide. What do you see here? This slide like vowels and sounds, means vowels and sounds. Okay. The top bar talks about the vowels that we saw in the earlier slide. Okay. See, what do you have here? A, E, I, O, U. English is not a phonetic language. What does it mean? It means that the letter that is written, it is not pronounced. The pronunciation is different and the letter is different. Okay. So, A, actually the 5 vowels are there. With the help of 5 vowels, nearly 20 sounds are produced. Okay. Out of 26, when we use 5, the remaining 21 are known as consonants. These consonants are helpful in generating 24 sounds. Okay. So, now let us see the vowels and sounds. Here just now I mentioned about A, E, I, O, U. Let us see how these sounds are used in producing in different letters. Okay. See, look at here, what do you see? You see A. There are words in which all vowels are made used. We will not find any English word not having a vowel. That means in every word we will find either A, E, I, O, U, or umpteen number of times also they appear. Okay. That is the syntax and the formation of the English language. Just look at this slide. You have here A, E, I, O, U. Know how A is pronounced? A is pronounced as A. For example, and. Okay. Then you have A, father, A, any, A. For example, ape. Okay. Now come to E. E actually has sometimes the pronunciation of A. For example, U, O also has the same pronunciation of a letter. Now let us see how some of the pronunciations are same and the letters are different. Okay. So now come to E. E, how it is pronounced? It has 3 different sounds. Okay. So E, when we use the word like seat, please take your seat. Okay. A teacher tells to students in the classroom. In that case, this E is used. Okay. So then you have another example like A. E letter is also pronounced like A in the when they use the word like pen. Okay. Pet. Okay. Then E is also pronounced like A. Okay. Learn. When we say learn, how do you use? You use E letter, but the pronunciation is A. Okay. This is the very interesting thing that is discovered by the phoneticians and also by the grammarians. Okay. So English language is a composition. It has so many things like what? It has grammar, it has pronunciation, it has phonetics. Okay. So all these 3 things a teacher should mix equally to make use in her classroom. Okay. What is the work of the teacher in the classroom? To use assertive sentences, like make some general statements. Okay. General statements means what? Priya came late to school. Okay. Then after assertive sentence you have interrogative sentence. In interrogative sentence, what does the teacher say? She interrogates. Okay. Like, have you done your homework or not? How the pitch and the intonation and stress is used in these sentences. So, the knowledge of sounds, the knowledge of grammar, the knowledge of all these things like intonation, stress is very important, and also important for a teacher to make use in the classroom. Okay. In isolation, though they are learning in isolation, but at the same time teacher uses this kind of makes use of the English in this manner. Okay. So, now come to this I. I is the third vowel sound. Okay. Look here, you will see I also has 3 different sounds. Okay. In these 3 different sounds, how we make use of this I, let us see how it is used in the, for example, I, okay, then E, then A. Okay. So, in a word like wild, this is used, and again in pen, actually the force is given on the first letter, and then girl. Okay. So, it is very difficult to understand, but a teacher should listen to some of the experts' speeches, and then she should operate all these activities in the classroom. Okay. So, here is a small thing I would like to say. Why do we see whenever we go to a what you call a tiffin center or to a hotel for a breakfast, why do we see the images and the pictures of the menu on the walls? Because so they have important effect. The customers that come to the hotel, they know that the color, the taste and the ingredients and the menu that is given in particular pudding or in a particular recipe. Okay. In the same manner, a teacher before teaching, if she has the images, pictures of her teaching of the particular lesson sticked and displayed or kept on the walls, then her teaching would have a different effect. Okay. So, now come to O. O is also a vowel sound. O is also pronounced not like O, like every time we do not say O, 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 but in different words it is pronounced like this. See, let us see O. In first place it is pronounced as O, and it is also pronounced as A, then Oo, then Oo. Let us see the words, for example, note, caught, move, good. Okay. The last vowel is U. Okay. U has 5 different ways of pronouncing. So, let us see, in the first place it is pronounced as A, then Oo, Oo. Here also you can see some of the pronunciations of E letter, O letter and U letter are same. Okay. So, just as a learner of English language, you have to make a distinction about all these things. Okay. U and U. Okay. So, example, cup, bull, tube, universe, unite, etc. So, this is the one distinction of vowels and sounds. So, just now I told you that there are 5 vowels, and out of this, with the help of these 5 vowels, we will generate 20 sounds. Okay. So, the another distinction is also made about the vowels. There are front vowels, back vowels and central vowels. See, the reason to show the organs of speech in the beginning is nothing but to tell you, to give you some information about the movement of the tongue inside the mouth of a human being when he or she pronounces certain sounds, certain meaningful sounds and converses in day to day conversations. Okay. So, the central walls, front walls, what happens in the front walls, why they are described as front walls? Because the front, actually they are these walls are produced based on the position from which they are produced. Okay. So, there are front walls, means the front part of the tongue and the inner part of the ridge is used to pronounce the front vowels. They are like this, like E, E, A, A. Okay. If, read, egg, man, these are the words we pronounce with the help of the front vowels. Okay. The second one is back vowels. The position of the tongue is placed in such a manner while pronouncing the vowels. Okay. So, back vowels are there, like oo, oo, oh, ah, ah. Okay. So, in our daily conversation we use the word like uncle, aunt, you. Look at the uncle spelling, U-N-C-L-E. We don't say yunkle, okay, uncle, but the letter that is beginning is with U. Okay. So, aunt, okay, aunt, bomb, all, caught, food, book, etc. Okay. Then come to the central vowels. Actually, in central vowels, what is happening? The tongue is raised in the center part only, keeping the mouth half open and half closed. There are certain letters like a, that are used when center part of the tongue is raised. Okay. So, like this, based on the position of the tongue while speaking, the vowels are divided into front, back and central vowels. Okay. So, now look at this. Can you recognize this? How it is looking like? It is looking like inverted E. Okay. Then what is it is known as in English language? Can anyone tell what is the most common sound used in English language? Yeah, you are right. Okay. This is the schwa sound. Okay. It looks like inverted E. Okay. So, while this is a short vowel sound. Okay. When how it is pronounced? It is pronounced in a relaxed manner, like when all the internal organs of the speech are in a relaxed manner, this schwa sound is pronounced. Okay. So, here also the center of the tongue is raised, the lip position is neutral. Okay. So, schwa sound is very important. Look at when we pronounce the words like very well known words like doctor. Illiterates also use the word doctor. Then some of the semi-literates, they say father, doctor. In all these there are certain words in which schwa sound is made use, but it is not at all accentuated. Lip position is neutralized. Okay. So, even for example, banana. Here look at here this is the, see, a teacher should make use of the appropriate and useful teaching learning material to make the complicated things to children. Now, we are discussing about the schwa sound. Schwa sound means it is written like inverted E. It is a central vowel sound. It is a short vowel. And look at this. Can you recognize this picture image? What fruit do you see here? You see the banana. When you write banana, B-A-N-A-N-A, how is moving unrecognizingly in this word banana. Okay. So, this is unaccentuated and also it is unstressed vowel sound, but very familiar it appears in almost all the words of English language. That is why I said the most common used sound in English language. Okay. So, speech, conversation, syntax, grammar, they are not different. They should not be learnt in isolation, should be learnt in day to day conversations. Okay. So, after Schwa, what do we have? Like here also is another statement. Just now I told you that there are 4 statements that teacher makes use in the classroom, like assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. Okay. How are you is comes under interrogative. Just to pronounce this to yourself, how are you? How are you? So, what are stressed here? How and you are stressed. This is not stressed. So, here is nothing but it is a schwa sound. The very famous example that you find in the internet is my cup of tea, my cup of tea, my cup of tea. When you pronounce repeatedly and repeatedly, what happens? My cup of tea is what you feel like pronouncing, because accent is reduced here, accent reduction is there. Okay. So, like that in some of these cases schwa sound is reduced, it is unstressed, and but yet it is there in almost all the language of English. Okay. So, this is for your general information. Now, come to the consonant sounds. We have been talking at length about the sounds of English language. So, let me tell you once again that 26 letters are there and then 44 sounds. Okay. So, after removing the what you call after vowel sounds, we have consonant sounds. See, consonant sounds are also there on the slide. You will have it on the slide. Just look at this. You have the consonants. Okay, consonant sounds. Why did I add the marks like thing like this? Because it is a sound, it is not a letter. Okay. So, ba. Okay, banana. Okay. Then come to C. How when we pronounce in teacher teaches in the what you call in Anganwadi or in other crushes, they teach to children like C, but when we pronounce it is not C, it has 4 different letters, like for example kha. Okay. Then what do you have? You have ch, then you have sha and sa. For example, chair, chivalry, okay, chariot, and in all these things the C sound. While writing a word we use C, while pronouncing we pronounce in a different manner. In that, in one case the K sound and C sound matches. Okay. So, now come to D, da, da, then fa. Okay. When we are pronouncing fa, the upper teeth is falling on the lips. Then G has 2 different pronunciations, ga and G. Okay. Then H, just now I told you that H is a what you call voiced syllable. It is produced at glottis when I showed you the picture. Okay. So, it is also known as consonant. Okay. So, J, ja, ha. How H is pronounced? Ha, J, ja, K, kha, l. Then M. When you are pronouncing M, both the lips are pressed. Okay, the upper lip and the bottom lip is pressed. Then N. Okay, pa, qui, r, r, R sound. The tongue is rolled inside. Okay. Then S. S also has 3 different sounds like s, sh and z. Sees, okay, slash, okay. Then T. T also has 3 different sounds. In different words that sound reflects. Okay. Station, bathe, tub, etc. wa, then w, okay, w, x, xerox, z, y, okay. So sometimes y, w, j we recognize as consonants, but they are also classified as semi-vowels. Consonants are divided into stops or plosives, fricatives, affricatives, lateral, frictionless, continuant, semi-vowels, nasals. So a teacher should always struggle, make effort to learn all these things, not in isolation, and in a connected way, okay. So by putting lot of effort, a teacher, you can learn the sounds of English language, and also make and whenever you get then a question in examination, you can write very well, okay. Thank you.